Hello, Ashley Aylor here, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's episode, I am going to be covering why you are not getting a lot of views on your Instagram stories and what you can do to help increase your views on your Instagram stories. So if we've never met before, like I said, my name is Ashley Aylor. I help network marketers and other online entrepreneurs and coaches scale and skyrocket their businesses online using the latest marketing strategies. And I do a lot of Instagram coaching and helping businesses. So let's go ahead and hop right on into it. So one common mistake that I see a lot of people making is sharing content from huge brands or, business coaches or content creators on Instagram, sharing it into their stories, but not tagging the content creator. So why is this a big no-no and why is this killing your engagement? Well, one, because they're not getting notified or alerted that you're sharing that piece of content. So two, they're not then sharing it on their stories as well. Because what happens when we tag someone in our stories? It tags them, it puts a message in their DM and tags them on the story and gives them the capability to then be able to share it into their stories as well. This is a huge thing that is highly overlooked and a huge mistake people are making on the daily. So next time you're sharing a quote, something from a brand or a content creator, I want you to share it into your stories and also tag them in it. But don't just tag them. Add something special to it, like what you got from it. What was your takeaway? Why should people be reading this? Because if it's a really good message that resonates with them, that content creator, they're probably going to be a little bit more inclined to want to share that piece of content to their story as well, which what happens? Then you get another DM or you get a DM in your inbox that says so-and-so tagged you in a post and it's shared to their story. So then if it's something they write again, maybe you can reshare it. Who knows if you want to do that or not, but it's still so much free exposure and engagement that you could be leaving on the table because it totally defeats the purpose. If you just share it to your story, then you're just driving more traffic to them. But the goal is to drive more traffic to your account. So start tagging them. Number two is you're not using the features. And also here's a huge tip. I see people all the time, they create, like a story clip, they're talking, but they have no caption. Do you realize that majority of people who are listening or watching your stories are not even listening with the sound turned up? They may be at work, they may be in a quiet place, or maybe they just don't have their sound turned up. I watch my stories a lot without even turning my sound up until something catches my attention, or because of that little caption, it entices me just enough to want to listen. So also add a caption. It doesn't have to be word for word, but a little summary, something that's going to make them maybe want to turn up that volume or make them want to watch through your stories. The third thing is you are making your stories too much alike. You're not switching them up. You're maybe creating a ton of face videos where you're talking or a ton of Canva images or, it's all of your baby or all of your dog. People want variety. Even if it's some of the people that I love the most, if they're talking and they're just long-winded and I'm just not interested anymore, I'm just gonna click out of it. So change it up, switch it up. Maybe it should be a Canva image here. Maybe it should be a selfie of you, maybe against the wall or against a beautiful thing of plants or a graffiti wall or something. And then you can put the text on the wall. It doesn't have to be so generic where it's always prim and proper in Canva images, because so many people are using those type of images that if it doesn't look like it's set apart in any way, shape, or form, it might get kind of boring and they might swipe out of it. So that is the next thing. Next tip is not only do you want to be commenting and engaging, because you've got to give comments to get engagement and comments in return. I always say this. You're not just going to wake up one morning and have this huge influence where people are just going to want to watch you and gravitate to you. You've got to establish yourself and your credibility. So instead of just commenting on the same people's stuff, what I like to do, it's an amazing strategy. So you would start from the end of your stories, like scroll towards the end and start from the back and work yourself forward. Because what happens is the people that you've most recently interacted with are the people who are continuing to see your content time after time after time. The people that so you want to add new people that you're interacting with that are new people, because if you're in any type of online business, the goal is to connect with like-minded people who are your target audience. And if you're not connecting with new people and you're going to their stories, then they're probably going to go to your stories. It's kind of the etiquette. It's kind of the nice thing to do, right? Then you're not reaching new people. You're just interacting with the same people day after day. So today, if you're on there, which you should be making this part of your activities on a daily basis, if you're growing any type of online business through social selling or social media, then start from the back and work your way forward when you're engaging with people. And that is it. Those are the tips. These tips right here are going to help you get so much more engagement. It's not even funny. And then the next thing I will add, a little bonus thing, is it just popped in my head. Is when you are using some of the features, let's say you're saying, hey, what questions do you have? Don't be so generic or vague, right? Like, leave them where you want them. So maybe it's like, what questions can I help you with related to Instagram stories, because that would be my niche. And then you could also say, don't worry, your response will be anonymous, because people love to know that you are going to keep it anonymous. That way they're not concerned of looking stupid, being put in the spotlight, or, just feeling like, oh gosh, they just called me out. So if you let them know, hey, ask your question and don't worry, it's going to remain anonymous, then they'll probably be a little bit more inclined to want to respond on that story sticker, on that question sticker. So I hope these tips were valuable. If you did enjoy these tips and they were valuable to you, hit that thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button and be sure to hit the bell. That way you're notified every single time I put up a new weekly episode in training. And then if you need further assistance and guidance in growing your social media or Instagram or social selling business, then you can also book a discovery call with me where we will go over all the things, whether it's hashtag strategy, monetization strategy. Maybe you're wanting to get recognized by more brands and get more brand collaborations, or maybe your goal is to grow your account by 15,000 real followers to get that swipe up feature. I can help you with all of the above, so go ahead and book a discovery call with me. I will link it below. Until next time, I hope you guys have an awesome day or night or whenever you're catching this video, and I will see you again soon.